What's up, guys? So let me see my camera. Okay, so in this video I'm going to check out Town, Steven Seagal. Now, I don't know who these guys are, because it's just commentary. I think it's an extract from a podcast or something. So I don't know who they are exactly, but I'll find out. This video, I guess they're talking about Steven Seagal or something. I think they'll be making fun of him because the guy is kind of ridiculous, I think. So let's see what these guys have to say. Yeah, someone asked me to check this out, said it's right up my alley of stuff that I find funny. So let's see what this is all about.
So I've been watching a shit ton of what I like to call the Entenmann's Donut Goatee Seagal era films.
Yeah, we watched one last night.
Anything post 2000.
Dude, let me check off some calls.
Probably 2011 or 12.
Okay.
So the last 4 years of Seagal movies, and he's never been like particularly an active guy, but
I haven't seen any Seagal movies from the last 4 years. I used to watch him as a kid back in the day, so I haven't seen any of the recent stuff.
you know, like
Under Siege era, he's in good shape.
He's
like,
in Above the Law. First of all, what people don't realize about Seagal is that when Above the Law came out, he was already like 34 years old.
Right.
He wasn't a young guy. So his first movie, he was already, like getting on. And you can see his hairline's fucked up in that movie. It's all like thin, in the front. And then in Hard to Kill, his hairline's fixed. And, he's a little bit fatter. And he just got progressively fatter throughout his entire career.
Yeah, that was back in the day when you didn't have to be cut.
Yeah. Well, now he's 65 years old.
Fuck, 65. He's old as fuck, man. 65.
And he's in his 60s.
His body
sucks. He's still making movies where it's like, we need to send our best special forces guy. And then he spends half the movie in a chair. He refuses to get up. So we watched last night Sniper Special Ops, and there's no colon. It's Sniper.
I haven't seen that.
For Special Ops. And that's because the Tom Berenger Sniper series are not related to Sniper Special Ops. And he does maybe 5 seconds of sniping in the movie. It's right in the beginning. He refuses to take his sunglasses off while looking through the sniper rifle. So he's wearing these dumb fucking like snowboarding sunglasses.
It's like, is he still doing movies like this? Because this is like old school action movie stuff. Like even the old action movie guys, the Sylvester Stallone's, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, they've kind of evolved, or they're kind of doing less, just like out of self-respect or something, but he's still stuck doing this stuff, which is odd. It's like he hasn't changed, but hey, who am I to say I haven't done shit?
While like looking down this rifle, and then when they show the enemies in the reticle, they're like 5 feet away. They're taking up the entire scope. So he's probably like 5 feet away from these guys.
So awesome.
And missing. I don't know why they let him miss for
You're saying
suspense.
he refuses to take it off. You're saying you think Steven Seagal, the actor, is like, no, absolutely not. I'm not getting out of this chair. I'm not taking off my sunglasses.
100%. I guarantee you that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because the thing about all these movies is they're all produced by Steamroller Productions, which he owns.
What? That's like a Chinese.
Oh
No,
God!
it's
No,
Steven
he owns
Seagal's
that?
company. He owns it with some like
Steamroller?
Indonesian guy or something. Yeah,
It's like when you work at a
Steamroller and
restaurant, you
Voltage.
have to wait on the owner of the restaurant.
Yeah. So, all these people, then he brings all these fucking old fucks out of retirement. So it's like, like Rob Van Winkle, like dying wrestlers. to be in
Yeah, it's all like retired WWE
Yeah.
guys.
Oh,
So-
I gotta check this out.
in Sniper
Rob Van
Special
Dam.
Ops, it's like
RVD? RVD's in
Hell
it,
yeah,
yeah.
a Sniper Special
That's RVD, man. I wouldn't have recognized him.
Ops. He's
He's
like
the lingo guy.
Overwatch. 2 is at Charlie. Anything in my area?
I love it.
He's playing like they're part of like this like Special Ops team, and they're all like in the minimum age is 51 years old, and they're in like Afghanistan somewhere,
Of course.
and then they show their commander, who's a major, and because it
He's
wouldn't
a
make
colonel.
sense, he's a colonel, and it wouldn't make sense if he was like
Young.
their age, so they have like an 87-year-old man.
In army
Yes,
clothes.
this fucking decrepit old man in an army uniform, and is like, "Well, I don't know if we can get up that mountain by sunrise. I had a divining rods tells me there's gold in them hills, and it just doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
It's so. I mean, Seagal is like he literally puts such minimum effort into the action. Like the way he fires the gun is like I
Yeah.
can't even describe it.
He
Like
just sort of
for the
lazily,
podcast.
like, yeah.
He's just like limp wristedly fire the gun, like not even looking where he's shooting.
Yeah. No, there's
so
one
good.
scene in Sniper Special Ops where he's working some radio and he's just sort of lazily pointing the gun at the window next to him in case anyone comes,
Look at that shit, man. Look at that.
because it's understood that he never really has to aim the gun.
Oh yeah, his partner also gets shot, and he needs to drag him away. And it's clear that he's like connected to like some sort of wire.
Yeah.
and like you see him pulling the guy,
Steven
but
Seagal's
he's
just
like
touching,
literally
there's
he's
no
just
tension
touching
in
his shoulder.
clothes.
Yeah,
And then the fucking body moves across the ground as Seagal is touching.
we were.
Oh, I'm
That's
so
really good.
jealous. I'm
I
gonna fucking
I
watch that.
literally almost peed my pants.
Yeah.
I might watch this now. Just to see how fucking hilarious it is. I might.
Anything post 2012 is like this.
Sergeant Chandler,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
are you really as good as they all say you are?
Every once in a while.
And he's got one of those.
Oh,
like,
and he talks like a black person now.
Yeah. Well, that started with Glimmerman and it's progressed where now he talks like a slave.
Thanks for not leaving me behind. Don't mention it, brother.
He's like a he's a jazz man now. Yeah.
Oh hell. These motherfuckers don't have patience.
He's Prop Joe. He talks like Prop Joe.
I got a proposition for you.
What's wrong with you, man? You're slipping. But you can't check your 6. Robert? Just like old Tom's, huh? Me saving your life and your hooker girl flying up into the wind.
Flying off into the wind. Just like old times, me saving your hooker girl. Flying off into the winds.
I already told these motherfuckers if they want any of my business, they're gonna have to come around here, cut me off a little some of that.
That's
Maybe we'll maybe do a little mission here in a minute.
he should play a
Like,
black
no,
guy in
Steven.
the next.
Yeah, he should.
He could.
Well, he plays
yeah.
a black guy in Glimmerman. It's like for whatever reason he stops being Chinese and he's black in that movie.
I'm confused. We got the badges, we got the guns, we got a screwdriver. It's kind of like, taking a screwdriver to a gunfight. And pig, that's an old phrase. Y'all must not be from around here. Y'all must be from another country or something.
What's on the
Is that one of the Wayans brothers? I don't know his name. I don't know all their names, man. But I know about him.
Q is
I've seen him before.
Asian Connection, which I want to watch with him.
What a fucking retarded name.
Yeah.
I wonder what the connection is in that. What it's
It's the
referring to.
connection between Steven Seagal and the dialysis machine. It's the fucking stint in his arm.
That means one of us has to die. We will leave it to fate.
Yeah, they go like through his.
So he just fucking killed that guy while he was sitting on his chair. That's one thing I've always noticed about Seagal. And I mean, I don't know, as a kid this was really, really funny. Not funny, it was badass. His hand fighting. Like, he did all his fighting just with his fists. Minimal movement, just, you know, moving his fist and just decapitating someone. So still doing it, I guess.
It's like special ops dossier, like on the computer, and there's a picture of him young. And we were joking around last night.
It's
about,
from
like,
a movie. It's from another movie from like 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's from like fucking.
It's the same universe. They're all in the same universe.
In the cover for Sniper Special Ops, they've just photoshopped his fat head on someone else's body.
Yes.
As poorly as they possibly
Oh
could.
man,
That's so
I love
awesome.
his fat head.
No,
Yeah, it's not him at all, man. Yep.
someone else's body.
Yes.
As poorly as they possibly
Oh
could.
man,
That's so
I love his
awesome.
fat head.
No, they fucking pump these movies out. The other one we watched the other night, A Good Man.
That's barely a title. It's all 3 words too. Yeah.
A Good Man, yeah. Where he plays.
Does he play the good man?
Yeah, he's the good man.
Of course.
I wonder how much pussy he get. Do you think he get more than like Osama bin Laden got? I'm gonna be sorry to kill his ass.
And so basically the plot is this. He's like some kind of ex-special. It's always ex-special forces.
Right.
And he's living in Bucharest. And he just has an apartment, and he's been tracking this weapons dealer that got away when he murdered all these people that killed his partner. They have a flashback scene in the beginning where you see him sneaking into some building, just fatly going around corners, while his special ops partner, who looks like a fucking homeless person. This guy's like, again, 57, 60 years old, emaciated, shitty, like fucking, like Civil War general, like
Fu Manchu type
yeah,
shit.
that kind of shit, like McClellan. That's what he
Yes,
looks like.
yes.
And he's like, we got to get into you got 2 tangos on your left,
Yeah.
This homeless guy in the woods on Overwatch, and Steven Seagal, and then like a thing blows up and some girl dies, and so he's upset, so he wants to go find this weapons dealer who's a Chinese guy, and he's in Bucharest, and he's like killing these Russian gangsters, and his calling card when he kills them is he leaves some incense on the ground and then just scribbles some bullshit in Chinese. And so
Oh God.
his neighbor, who's this woman who's like having trouble getting into her apartment one day and has like a young girl with her, he's like, need a little help, and then he just breaks into her apartment for her or whatever. And then they're in there, and he's like, your kid's nice or whatever. And she's like, yes, I love my sister. And then you see, like, that's supposed to be, like, let you know, like, yeah, her pussy isn't ruined. That's her sister. That's not her daughter. And then Seagal's like, your sister, huh? And he's like,
Your sister, huh?
Maybe
Yeah.
he wouldn't have fucked her
yeah,
before.
yeah. That's what the implication is.
It's so old school still. Like, it's like you're stuck in those golden ages of action movies, back when we had Rambo and Commando and stuck there.
My name's Lena,
Chew?
and she's my sister Mia.
What's happening?
And then
What's happening?
and then the plot gets really fucking convoluted where the arms dealer is doing a deal with the Russian mob who he's not really interested in, but the Russian mob owns the neighbor and the sister because they're her.
Let me get that story straight.
Arms dealer is doing a deal with the Russian mob who he's not really interested in, but the Russian mob owns the neighbor and the sister because her dad owed them money. So when the dad died, she had to become a bartender in their strip club, not a stripper.
Not a whore.
Not a whore.
Not
yeah.
a prostitute.
They just make her be a bartender.
She's pure.
But then she still has a really nice apartment.
That's getting off easy. If you're dealing with a mob or something, and that's the job you do, bartending, It's getting off easy.
You know?
Yeah.
And,
The Russian mafia sounds pretty reasonable.
Right,
dude.
yeah. So the
Yeah.
Russian mafia loses all their money or something, and they owe money to the arms dealer.
Oh,
and so
God.
instead of giving him the money, they're like, "We will give you the girl instead."
So
And
she's their slave?
they're a slave, basically. But the arms dealer, like, I don't know why he would want a girl. He's like, "No, it's
I want my fucking money. Keep your girl. What the fuck?
$2 million.
Yeah.
I don't want just some fucking middle-aged Romanian woman, you know." And then he's like, "Deal." And then they bring the little girl instead of like the main one. And he's like, "Well, I guess I can sell her to a pedophile." So he lines up a sale with a pedophile.
Yeah.
And then the pedophile shows up.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then
There's 3 human transactions in this movie.
Yeah. And then Seagal shows up with this other guy. He does this thing now where he brings a younger martial artist in, and they do the majority of the ass kicking. Then Seagal does barely nothing. Seagal meets the younger guy, and he's like, "All right, I'll help you, but you got to do everything my way." And then the guy does everything for himself. Seagal does literally nothing. They save the guy, or they save the girl, and then at the end of the movie, the neighbor is just like, you know, basically like, "Well, I can't thank you enough," and then he just fucks her. He just fucks the woman, even though there's been no romantic connection between the two. He's older than her by 40 years.
He looks so uninterested. Look at this. Look at his face.
Can't thank you enough.
He looks so uninterested.
And then he just fucks her.
Look at this.
He just fucks the woman, even though there's been no romantic connection between the two. He's older than her by 40 years.
They make these poor young actresses.
I was gonna say how
that
much
are
fucking
never
does
gonna
he
get
fuck
any
every
other
time?
Well,
work.
the fucking scene is him fully clothed while she's naked and he's just
Yeah.
touching her body. Yeah, he doesn't. He's still wearing his sunglasses.
God damn.
And that's
so
Steven
awesome.
Seagal's definition of a good man.
Yeah, that's the good man. Fuck, man, I want to watch this. I'm jealous.
Dude, they're so good.
Do they ever say "good man" in the movie?
No, they don't.
That's a big
Oh, that
disappointment.
Yeah,
sucks.
but I
That's
mean,
a
they're filled
letdown.
with like basically every trope that from the '80s. Like there's another one I watched, Code of Honor, last night, and it opens up with like a bunch of different types of gangs meeting in some meeting area. So there's bikers, and then like
Yakuza.
cholos, and then black guys, and then Russians, and they meet. And they, of course, have briefcases, and they're like, "You got the stuff," and it's like, "I want to see the money first."
Right.
Right. And it's like, I don't even know where you buy a suitcase anymore.
Yeah.
Like that, how much that the props department spent days looking for a suitcase to put that money in.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
can't
was
tell
saying,
me.
I tweeted at him, I really want to write a movie where Steven Seagal kills James Bond. And I don't
You
want to
get
license
Putin
James
to
Bond.
produce
Yeah,
that, yeah.
You could make that in Russia. There could
He's
be a-
best friends with Putin
Yeah.
already.
You could do it, and you just imply really heavily that it's James Bond without.
No,
ever
I want to
saying it.
use the name James Bond. Who's this James Bond motherfucker? Nobody says their name twice to me. I'm Guilan
Can we
Jin.
just make a shitty action movie?
Yeah, maybe.
That would
I mean,
be awesome.
As shitty as those movies look, they still cost probably $4 million.
I know,
$5
but you know what I'm
million.
saying. Just like
Whatever,
let's
dude.
do
We
a
just-
feature length.
We'll rent some Humvees. It's not that
Yeah,
hard.
dude.
Yeah.
Yo, so there we have it, man. Like I said, I used to watch his movies a lot when I was a kid. And I used to think he was so badass, man. Like, I used to put him up there with the Rambos and Commandos, and because to me, in my mind as a kid, I thought, hey, the guy never gets hit. He destroys all the villains like it's nothing. So at some point, the first time I ever saw, but there this video, fucking amazing. I'll keep watching these guys. I might even go and check out the podcast, but I think I've seen a couple of other videos, Campton videos on YouTube. I'll react to them as well. But like I was saying, the first time I realized how ridiculous Steven Seagal is, I was listening to a podcast, Tom Segura's podcast, and he started talking about Seagal, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, like he's the king of like doing the minimal. He does almost nothing in his movies. Like he doesn't exert himself at all in the action scenes, in whatever. It's funny. It's actually really funny. And then all the UFC stuff with Anderson Silva, you know. I mean, the guy was a fucking hero and I was a kid to me, but I was a kid, man. This was funny. This was really, really funny. I just hope Seagal knows. You know, when someone is like that, you hope that they know that they are ridiculous. You hope that they can make fun of themselves and that they realize how funny they are. You know, I hope he doesn't think he's a badass like that. Like, I don't know. I'm just rambling. This was really, really fucking good. Camptown. I think this is a podcast. I don't know these guys, but this is gold. This is comedy gold right here, man. I love it. I love it. So we'll check out more by these guys. But for now, I'll see you guys next time, man. In the next video, probably the same from these guys. Peace.